Welcome to the 5 Keys to Passion, where you can learn to transform negative behavior in your love life and create enriching relationships. And this is what happens when the strongest contact to Mars, which represents passion and drive, is from Saturn. So imagine your partner has a Mars-Saturn aspect. How do they act? First of all, they're kind of slow to take the initiative. A little formal, maybe a little clumsy, very status conscious. They're kind of needy and then kind of reserved. But they have an extremely strong willpower. They're not weak, but they sometimes appear a little weak. But they got the strong willpower and the capacity for self-denial, which is amazing. They may also be a lot more interested in their work than in intimacy in the relationship. And the reason for this basically is, as a child, there's a lot of discipline, sometimes like physical punishment and things like that. Male authorities were kind of unrelenting. So there's this constant confrontation with failure. You know, they kind of made aware of it every time they fail. And there's like all these rules, and it brings. That's what helps develop the strong willpower, but also a kind of sense that they're up against things. So, what's it like for you being in this relationship? First of all, this kind of willpower, etc., that the person has can make you feel rather dominated. Sex sometimes as well lacks spontaneity. Feel a bit routine or mechanical. It's like you can't get through emotionally. So what really helps is to reassure the person, to encourage the person, to be very patient in the relationship, and not to dwell on anything that seems like a failure. So Mars-Saturn in a partner's horoscope, it brings a structured relationship and a drive to achieve. Partners just need a lot of reassurance that they are strong and they are respected. So what if you've got the aspect yourself? There's kind of oscillation between being a bit dominating and then being a bit subservient. You don't want to appear weak, but you get a little defensive, if you like. A lot of people with this start, working on their body, their bodybuilding training. There's this performance anxiety with Mars-Saturn, so the desire they're trying to overcompensate with work. You gravitate to more work, less play. And the reason for this basically is that there's been a lot of violence or domination in the childhood. You kind of develop sort of body armor, which makes you a little less physically sensitive. So massage and stuff like that is great. You've been a little bit desensitized. And you've got this willpower, which is like mind over matter, which isn't necessarily a good thing. And what you need to do, first of all, drop ideas of pretending to be strong. You don't have to. You don't be a sex machine. Develop softness and sensitivity. And don't start acting like a dominating parent in the relationship, right? Women who have this may sabotage the man's confidence in their sexual performance, so don't do that. And just generally work on the body, foreplay, and that kind of thing. So when you're conscious of this kind of behavior, you learn how to transform the negative stuff and work together to attain the goals that are really important for you and your partner.